Nashville, who was like some of your rivals growing up? Some of your competition as a kid, growing up hooping in Nashville, before you went off to Oak Hill, before you went off to UT. Give me some Nashville.
Man, some guys, man, that were
because people, I don't mean to cut you off, but there's a lot of dogs from Nashville. We got one of the best athletes in the world right now, Mookie Betts, knocking Jalen Ramsey out there right now, Darius Garland out there that's just some of the young cats.
It's a plethora of them, dog. So when I was coming up, man, we had first of all, our team at Pearl Cone was loaded. You know what I'm saying? We had Big John Henderson, who was top 5 at that time, number 1 defensively, but top 5 in that class in football. But he was top 15 in basketball, which is quiet as kept. You know what I'm saying? So his rival, our rival at that time, was Charles Hathaway, who was the truth. You know what I mean? If it would have been Ian at that time, as far as going pro, which it was a thing, but everybody wasn't doing it. Everybody wasn't taking that risk as far as jumping from high school to the pros. Charles Hathaway was McDonald's All-American. He had broke his foot where he didn't play in the McDonald's All-American game. I think if he would have played in that, this man was 6'10", 250, coming from the free throw line.
Wow.
I mean, foolish with it. You know what I'm saying? So to see him and Big Joe collide like they did, Big John, that was something to watch. One of the guys I always got to give props to, man, is James Stewart. James Stewart played at Whites Creek. He ended up going to Austin P with Trent Hassel. But, man, James Stewart was a legend around here. Went to college and was solid. But here, as far as iron sharpening iron, that was the big dog. That was the big dog. We had, like I mentioned, Trent Hassel coming from Clarksville, Marcus Maben, him coming down. We had guys like plenty guards, guys on our own team. Lil Terry Reynolds. Oh, man, we had so many people. Marshall Hyler, man, going across at Stratford. They had a guy named Bull, Tony Morrell.
So was it hard, hearing all these names, all this reminiscing, was it hard for you to leave to go to Oak Hill and not be a part of this anymore?
I was the baby, too. So all these guys I'm naming were classes ahead of me. But because of my talent, I was able to play with them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I was always the baby. Like, they were class of 98, 97. I was 99. Right. So, waiting my turn, I'm watching it. I'm like, dude, as soon as I'm a senior, Mr. Basketball is a big thing around here. You win Mr. Basketball and the division we was in, we was 4A. So, you and the big boys, you know what I mean? I came runner-up my junior year to my brother and teammate, Vincent Yarbrough, who was number 1 in the South. In all of the country, you know what I mean? Top 5 in the nation. Ended up going to Tennessee, but he was a class ahead of me too. So I came runner-up to him for Mr. Basketball. I'm like, my senior, I got this. I see all the acclaim that come with it and everything. I'm like, I've been working for this, dog. Mr. Basketball, this man. Man, I came out, I averaged, 22 and 12 my junior year.
Okay.
22 and 12 my junior year.
Damn.
So my senior year, I got to go get a 30 ball.
Yeah.
Easy, you know what I'm saying? And my team was loaded. Everybody went to college on my inner city high school team at Pearl Cone. So I'm like, when I get to take over my senior year, now mind you, we had some dogs, Orlando Spring, Odell Bradley, Anthony Guthrie, this list goes on and on. Get ready to go get in the summer, and they asked me to go to Oak Hill. We go up to Oak Hill, go on a tour. My homeboy Lateri is already up there. When I go up there, I got this is before the season started. I got a broken wrist on my shooting arm. Still got the scar right here. I got a plate and 4 screws in there. Broken playing football. Go up, catch a pass. I don't know at this time, you're not supposed to break your fall. I go up in there, catch the pass, put my arm down, snap. Like, that was bullshit. So my football career was done. You know what I mean?
Okay, because I was gonna ask you if you ever played football.
I was back-to-back state champions.
Okay,
baby.
cool.
Back-to-back wide receiver, baby. I led the state in receiving for 3 weeks.
In real life?
You know what I mean? 3 weeks, but I was on, man. So I break my wrist. We go up to Oak Hill. When I go in the gym, Coach Smith is there, legendary Steve Smith, and Yerrick Stoneman was his assistant coach. Coach Smith would take my mom and them into the office to talk to him. I stay out there with Coach Stoneman. He was like, you want to get some shots up? I was like, man, I got this cast on. I can't really do nothing with my right hand. He was like, let me see what your left. Bully, I hit everything. I don't know how. I couldn't do nothing but a hook shot with my left. I'm out there shooting jumpers about 15 feet with my left. Butter. I'm like, what? I don't know what. Lord is with me today, boy. I don't know what.
So that was like an audition.
Yeah, you feel me? But it wasn't a workout. We just shooting in the gym. Like, but when Coach Smith walked back in there, Coach Stoneman said, "Hey, Coach, I don't know how good he is, but if he can shoot with his right hand, like he was doing with his left hand, we got us one." And you know what I mean? The rest was history. So summertime, we go up there. I'm like, man, all right, this how they get me. They're like, man, Coach Smith is legendary. You gonna go to Adidas camp? You got to end at Nike camp. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I already been Adidas, so I know how big it is. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I get up at a summer school. I got to go to summer school 6 days a week because my grade's so bad. Yeah, that was the real reason why I had to leave. I didn't know that was that bad, but my core was, when I went up there, my core was a 1.2.
Damn.
I'm thinking the whole time while I'm in school, if I get a D,
so, Pearl was that is passing?
No. I can offset it by getting an A in PE.
Oh yeah, nah. See what yeah, well,
but that didn't work.
That's not how
it works. I didn't know nothing about core, so I get about Miss Smith.
You was at Pearl.
I was young. Miss Smith was like, "What the hell is wrong with your grade?" So I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll stay up here. Go to summer school." He was like, "Man, when the camp roll around, I got you. We're gonna take you out of summer school and let you go up there." He did this with one other person. One other person after me.
Who that?
And I'm hot at him. Come around, I'm like, Coach, this the week. He was like, wait till Thursday. I'm like, all right, cool. Thursday come around, I'm like, Coach, he already up there. I'm like, hey, how am I getting a Nike account? It's like, Slay Dog, we gotta finish class, Slay Dog. I'm like, y'all done tricked me. I don't even get to go to no camps.
Stay your ass in class.
So guess what, dog? 2 years go by, when I go up there with Melo, me and Melo playing. I go talk to Coach Smith. He's like, man, we got to get his grades right here in summer school. I was like, oh, man, dang, that means he going to miss. I'm testing. He going to miss Nike camp. Oh, it's only one person they ever let go to Nike camp for one day. It was Melo. I said, Coach, you wrong. You wrong. You let Melo fly. Dude, I miss, because this is what people don't know. That All-American list, they picked the All-American list before going into the McDonald's game. Gotcha. You get on the radar before going into the year. Now, my team went 31-0. I was the player of the year in Virginia. I was the leading scorer. Travis Watson, my homeboy, ACC legend, was the leading rebounder. We went 31-0. Steve Blake is our point guard. You got me, Travis Watson, Cliff Hawkins was my young guy, Terry Reynolds was on our team. Nobody made All-American. They gave Travis Watson parade All-American. Nobody off that team, the number one team in the country, they won the national championship. 31-0, nobody made All-American. I told Coach Smith, it's because you didn't let me go to Nike camp. They already had it picked. Bullet. I jumped from 47 to 28. All I needed was camp. It would have boosted me right. We had Bob Gibbons, all the people coming, dog, and they wouldn't. Steve should have been a McDonald's All-American.
So that was beneficial. Going to Oak Hill was beneficial for you.
Bully, the best move.
Was that where you met your best coach, or is that where you started your process to becoming?
Bully, I left here and I was killing, but I was so raw. I was just whatever I saw on TV, I would do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus I'm gonna have about 8-9 dunks because I'm trying to dunk everything. Even if I get hurt, I don't care. I'm trying to go dunk it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get 7-8 dunks a game. That's 16, 14 points. So when I get up there, the skill really sets in with Coach Smith. Best coach I've ever had in my entire life when it comes to basketball. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The workouts that they was doing, I was oblivious to it. Like in Nashville, it's football. You know what I mean? So you got people, it wasn't all that individual training. That wasn't happening in Nashville. Right. It was happening in Memphis because it's a basketball hub. But it wasn't happening here. You know what I mean? You just we're going out to the park, play pickup, let's get to it.
Yeah, that's how it was in New York. That's how it was growing up
my heart going to carry me through. You're not finna beat me. You know what I mean? But when I got up there, the skill work, learning footwork and all of that, man, by the time it was time for me to go to college, it was no way they were going to be able to keep me off the floor.
How important is it for young hoopers? What would you say? Let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
What's the best bit of advice that you could tell a young hooper these days? Right now with NIL and the landscape that how everything is, what's the formula, do you think, for these young kids? And one more thing, you know, in hoops, you seen those dudes at Auburn, they playing until last year. They was like 24, 25. You coming in at 18, 19. So that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
But
So first thing I would be, man, for parents, like realize what you getting your kid into. So when I graduated at 17. If I would have known what I known, like, and my mentor uncle, he was always saying, man, let him go to a year of prep school, which would make me 18 going into college instead of being 17, which I held my own. It is what it is. But you want to have an even playing field with your peers, you know what I'm saying, whoever you're going to have out there with you. I think that's a big difference. Also, you got to play. I don't think kids play enough.
They be training. It seems like they just be doing so drills and AAU, and these AAU games look trash.
Dude, and that's why when there's 4 minutes left, they give it to whoever the star is and tell everybody to get out the way. Because you like, what you going to do?
Right.
We never seen you, you know what I mean, in a heated moment, you know what I mean, go set a screen, pop, be able to take your man off the dribble, kick it to the wide.
So it's taking the skill out the game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool when you're doing the chairs and the cones, but they don't move. They don't sweat. They don't think. They don't play off instinct. Play with some people it's going to play off instinct. Even if you got to get the runs together yourself, it can be lesser talent. Go out there, write down something that you're going to work on. That's the other thing. I would have wrote down my goals early.
I always wrote down my goals.
I never did that until going in my junior year.
I always wrote down my goals.
Of college. Like, and it was, I was like, damn.
College over by then.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when that started happening, I was like, damn, I'm checking out. Like, and instinctively, because it's cemented in your brain, you know what I mean?
I was in foster care, so I was aging out at 18, so I was like, man, I always said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that would be my first thing. And then NIL, man, stay as long as you can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be in no rush to get out. You know what I mean? Use that. You don't have the opportunities to go out and find what it's like to get a job. You don't understand what it's like to balance a checkbook. You don't know what it's like to pay a bill. Like, use that time right there to kind of get things in order, not to go out and buy the ice and all this. Yeah. Like, that little money ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
That's what I say, man.
Keep it in perspective.
That money is not nothing. That's perfect that you said that, because at the end of the day, that's some money that you could send home for your parents. They could get some groceries depending on how your living situation is. Yep. Maybe get you an apartment. Get your folks an apartment. However that goes. But
let me say, if your biggest goal is to make it pro, that money ain't nothing.
Right.
Now, for the ones that know your lifespan of playing sports ain't moving past college, you got something.
You can set yourself up. Yeah. That's when you need to be enrolling in different business classes, finance classes, because when I retired, my agent was a mentor of mine. He passed away, but for me, a lot of people, you're a mark. Like, once you made millions, so people were like, oh, you could do this with your money, invest in this, invest in that. I took the time to invest in myself, went back, got my MBA, George Washington University. So now, at this point in my life, I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get taken advantage of after football. I took the time to put some financial literacy in my, back pocket, so to speak, so I know how to move out here. But
that would be the biggest thing too, Bully, and add it on to the end of what you saying, man. The age that you guys are in college today, if you take a step back and just look at who's around, look at all these people, your network. You know what I mean? Like, imagine all these businesses and stuff that you can shake. Like, they try to shield us as players coming up like, hey, man, stay away from them. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, nowadays, you got businesses walking into practice, watching you. Man,
and you're visible.
Man.
And you're visible.
And it's okay to talk to them now.
Yeah.
You can pass your card along. You know what I mean? They card along to you. So that would be one of the biggest things, man. Know that it's going to stop, and the handshakes and conversations you make and the way you treat people, that's going to carry you way further than what it's gonna do with the ball or whatever field of play you're in.
Yeah, you're gonna be playing. You're gonna be living life longer than you're gonna be playing ball. So you need to get out there and learn how to socialize.
Some good people out there too, man. I'm gonna be real. Everybody don't want to take advantage of you.
Yeah,
I know you got to look out for them too, but everybody don't want to.